All right, I think everybody's connected and we're close enough. I would like to call the July 15th, 2020 meeting of the Brimfield Township Board of Zoning Appeals to order. All righty. We could have a roll call, please.
Atling,
Here.
Bruce Nippenberg,
Here.
Ms. Murdocco,
Here.
Ed Shooty.
Here.
John Phillips,
Here.
Bill Kramer, Clayton Popick.
Here.
We also have Michael Ladd, Economic Development Director, Zoning Inspector here, and myself, Jendi Miller, Zoning Secretary, Brian Gardner, our IT Director. Mike, is Mark Gadetti here, or is he not present tonight?
Oh, he doesn't need to be at this one.
Okay.
We just had him at.
Okay.
Righty. So we have, actually, I think we're a little out of order. We have the agenda here in front of us. We did have a request to have one of the items moved up on the list because of work conflict. Ben Morgan would like to be moved up as high as he can. I have no objections if he wants to go first. Does anybody else has an objection?
No objections.
Nope, no objection.
All righty, then we have an agenda as amended. Can we have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
I made a motion to accept the agenda, the amended agenda.
And I will second that.
All righty, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All righty, the next thing we have is the approval of minutes from January, February, and June. I believe I was at the January meeting, not at the February meeting, and at the June meeting. So if we can have a motion for January.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes for January.
I second that.
Okay.
We have a motion. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you actually make the motion, I'd just like to do a roll call. Everyone was present at that meeting, not so much in the February meeting, but just because we're doing this virtually. So for approval of the January 2020 BZA minutes, Scott Eckling.
Here.
You can just say aye.
I,
Bruce.
whatever.
Aye.
Vince Murdocco.
Aye.
Ed Shooty.
Aye.
John Phillips.
Aye.
And Clayton, I'm not sure if you were a voting member, but can you approve?
Aye. Yeah.
Thank you.
All righty, then we have the February. I know I was not here, so.
I wasn't there either.
Right. The only people in the February meeting was Ed Shooty, Sean Phillips, and Scott Etling.
All right, if one of them would like to make a motion.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes from February.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and second. Can we have a roll call?
Scott,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Ed.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, and then for the June meeting, if we can have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes for the June meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Scott,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
Vince Murdocco,
Aye.
Ed,
Aye.
Sean Phillips,
Aye.
and Clayton Popick.
Aye.
All righty. So, well, that should take care of most of the work for that. Our paperwork part of the portion of the business.
Thank you.
Let's see All right, well, oh, there we are. So I guess to save time, rather than swearing everybody in at for each application, if we can swear everybody in at this time, and then at the point in time that you're going to give testimony for the application, please give us your name, address, and association with the application. We will take your answer with a roll call, please. So, do you solemnly swear that the testimony you'll be giving before this board is to the best of your knowledge and accurate and truthful presentation of the facts? If so, say I do. I don't know how you want to handle that, Chendi, but if you want to go through each of the applicants.
Okay. Constantine,
Yes.
okay. Brent Artman,
Yes.
David Garari,
Yes.
Ben Morgan.
Yes.
What else do I have? Gene Stevens.
I do.
Let's see. Gary Lemon,
Yes.
Nick Koya,
Yes.
okay, great, thank you. And I'm not sure who's here for JRS development.
Yes,
Okay. I'm sorry, what was your name?
Joe Scasio.
Oh, yeah, Joe, okay. And Jason Laney? Jason connected?
As he is.
Okay, and then we have Brian Reader, a reading,
Yes.
okay. And Mike Wolin, I saw you and you are for,
Sorry, yes.
okay, you're for, who are you representing today?
I'm with Joe Scasio tonight.
Oh, you are, okay. And then do we have someone, a representative from the Biltmore Healthcare or at the 5075 State Route 43? Someone here representing them?
Mike Wool, when I can help, I can present that if Dave isn't on the phone yet.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I'm here, Dave Mitchell.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm good, thanks.
And the first application is for a zoning variance. The applicant, Benjamin Morgan, 1559 Talmadge Road, Kent, Ohio. The variance applicant requests a variance to keep garage on property with no principal building per zoning resolution section 308.02A, accessory buildings and use incidental to primary use. Such use shall be situated on the same lot with the principal building and conform with the purpose of the PC zoning district. So Ben, if you would tell us what you have going on.
Well, I purchased the property adjacent, just beside me. It's butts up to Chapman Farms allotment, and it had been vacant for I think about 9 years or so, and overgrown, just a mess. And I've tried to buy it for years since the family moved the people out. Finally got it all cleaned up. So it's a tiny 600 square foot house. Now I had options of possibly fixing it up, maybe for a rental. I didn't want anybody else to live back there, and it overlooks my property. The house it's in bad shape. I'm not saying it's not fixable, but financially it's not worth it. It's 600 square feet, and it was so bad that took two 40-yard dumpsters to even clean it out. It was a hoarder house. It was wet and just nasty. And I'd like to tear it down, but the garage is a block garage. It has a flat roof on it that's in very bad shape, but the block, the foundation is all great. I'd like to when I tear the house down, rip the roof off of that whole garage. Probably go up 2 to 3 courses of block to raise it up a little bit. It's about a 7-foot garage right now. Block it up, trusses, just simple trusses, clean up the place and, paint the block, siding on the front, new garage door, and pretty much use it. I have a 40 horse diesel tractor, keep that in there, my boat and stuff. The whole point of buying this place is to clean up and not have to look at it anymore. It was an old couple that I helped out for years, and I bought it off their family. I hate to waste the land. I plan to stay at this place, live here, and I would love to join the lots into one unit, but I can't because there's a 10-foot driveway that's right between the two properties. It goes back to Rose Nemus land. So I couldn't put anything to join the two parcels together. So I was hoping I could get rid of the house and fix the garage up and keep it. It's got a nice driveway to it, and it's another extra building for me, So I've done a lot with this place. I bought this place 15 years ago, and I think you knew where 1571 was. It was anyone from this area. It was vacant for a long time, overgrown property. I mean, the vines were growing in the house, doors not on, and I totally rebuilt this whole house from taking out the foundation up. And I'd like to do the same thing, just make this place look nice. It's a disaster right now, and I'd like to finish up what I started. That's what I'm requesting.
All righty. Any problems from zoning other than the one mentioned in the application? Mr. Zoning Inspector?
No, I mean, I've been dealing with Ben for a while. Good guy. He does nice work. We tried to get the lots to be merged and replatted, but like he said, there's a flag-shaped lot right next to it with the driveway access, so that would be his hardship.
Okay. So do we have, now, is there going to be power at the garage or?
Yes, I'll have them remove everything off the house before I tear the house down, and then put that back onto the garage.
Okay, so the garage is going to be storage for your own personal use? No, you're not going to run a business out of it or
No,
anything of that nature?
I work too much at my job to even think about business here, so no.
Alrighty. And external lighting, anything that would leave the property?
I would like a security light on the front of it, but I don't think if it bothered one of the people there, I'm not looking to light up the whole world. I just something there for security.
Right, well, I understand that, as long as it is, if you can make the light so that it basically stays on that property.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
bother
I mean,
anybody driving in and out or anything.
No, with the
So-
trees and everything there, and I can always put on the other side too. That would not be an issue at all. So,
Do we have any other questions from any of the other board members?
Nope. Sounds like a good use.
And do we have anything from anyone in the township, Jendi? Any emails came in?
No, not at all. We'd be happy to have it cleaned up, actually.
Okay, and I guess I forgot to ask this earlier. Everything on the agenda has been duly noted and advertised and,
Yes, it has.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty. So unless we have any further questions or comments, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the variance.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All righty, you have your variance.
Good luck.
appreciate it. Thank
Good
you
luck,
very much.
and go on now and get to bed so you can get up early.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
All
man.
righty, thank you. All righty, we have, we're back then on the regular order. The next application is for conditional use, Delta Builders, Omni Brimfield LLC. Overlook condominiums at Pleasant Lake, Kent, Ohio. Conditional use request applicant previously approved conditional use permit expired per resolution section 200.09 A and B. Applicant requesting to complete development with 5 units off Chancey Lane and 20 additional units on Ledge Court. Applicant has submitted new request for conditional use permit as required. So, let me bring that one up. All right, so this is the one we tried to look at last month, and for some reason those shaded areas were not there, and they appear to be there now. So do we have a representative from Delta Builders or Omni?
Yes.
Okay, and if you would please state your name and address and let us know what it is, again, just briefly what we discussed last month, what you're planning on doing.
Constantine Verney, Delta Builders and Omni. Address 34194 Aurora Road, number 301, Solon, Ohio 44139. We plan to continue the construction that was halted, staying true with what's there now, including all the setbacks of 25 additional single-family detached homes. Last month, for some reason, we did not get the plans uploaded so that everyone can see it. We've also had a discussion with Gary and Jean regarding joining the association, and I think that worked out very well.
Oh, okay. So so basically just the shaded areas on the map that was provided. So those would be the new units. Looks like spacing and everything is about the same or the same as the buildings that are there now.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear.
I said the spacing of these buildings is the same as the buildings that are currently on the property?
Yes.
It's the same or greater.
All righty. Okay, anything from the zoning department?
So, no, I mean, we met out on the site for the use. I mean, the biggest thing is the spacing and parking, making sure that cars aren't on the, road. Sorry, I thought somebody was talking. Biggest thing is the parking, so they're not parking on a street, allowing for fire and police access. There's a problem down there now. I know we have the fire chief on with us with Zoom tonight, and his biggest thing is making sure we do have parking pads. But that's all I have.
Righty, and this is the same same basic design that was originally approved, since this is to be a reapproval.
It's similar. I mean, the road layout is the same. The housing, from what I see, a little bit different. And obviously, our code changed since they were approved before as well. We're going to 35-foot separation on these, which you'll see in the next variant.
Right. Okay. All righty. Do we have any questions from any of the other board members?
This is Chief Mullally with Brimfield Fire Department.
Yes, sir.
Speak at this point or wait?
Let's have the board members first, and if there's no questions, then you can.
Okay.
Then we'll have you speak.
All right.
Okay. Anything from anyone then?
Yeah, I know one of the biggest contentions last time was you guys hadn't talked to the HOA, and you said you guys worked that out so that they're basically going to join their HOA.
Correct.
Okay.
This is Gene Stevens with the Homeowners Association. I'm the president.
Yep.
Yes.
We did talk to Constantine. We haven't worked out everything yet. Our members would like to see, if this is approved, that they do join our association. We've got a couple of problems to work out with how we make it work. So we're talking to attorneys to try to get those things answered.
Okay.
We did provide a form that was that would basically allow each unit to gain access to the association based on the vote of the association. The form is already there. I believe the mechanics are in place.
Okay.
So what's the big issue with not joining the HOA?
I don't know.
No, this is Gene again. There is no issues on having those units join if we can do it legally. There's some issues with our declaration that we're trying to check out, and then we have to discuss some reserve funds that we've got and how we manage that between the new houses and the old houses.
I got you. You're trying to join. It's just some details in the language you got to work out.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Then yes, Chief Mullally, if you have some issue then?
Yeah, it's not necessarily an issue. I just wanted to speak. We're having some fire and EMS access issues to those areas, and we just want to ensure that we did talk to the homeowners, my fire inspector. The separation that you guys are talking about, I believe, is 15 foot. We don't have the problem with that. It's access on the streets for fire and EMS to get to residents when we need it, because we are getting parking, single and double parking, and we're not going to be able to get down through there. So I just want to put it in your guys' mind to think about, is there an option to satisfy that for fire, EMS, and police?
Well, if I may, we drove through there, and what we find is there's no sign that says park on this side of the street. So people, it's kind of like free for all. People just park wherever, and they park on both sides of the street. And anywhere I've ever been to, there's always been a sign that says park on this side of the street or don't park on this side of the street. So it's got to be one or the other. And I think just a simple signage would be able to take care of that issue.
This is Gene Stevens with the Homeowners Association. We did make a recommendation to Constantine to see if he would take one of the lots and make it parking for the residents to help with that parking issue. Constantine informed us that he couldn't afford to do that.
Okay. So each unit though has how much parking?
They have a 2-car garage, and then there's probably room for 2 cars in the driveway on the current houses.
I did offer one of the lot, a corner lot. If anyone would live in that area, they would not want a parking lot next to their house. So it's not a feasible solution. There is a corner lot that I did offer Gene that the association can purchase from us, and they can do whatever they would want with it. If they want to build a parking lot in there, that would certainly be okay with us.
Which lot is that?
The corner lot on, hold on just a second, I can. The corner lot on Pleasant Lakes Drive and Chauncey Lane.
I can't read the number on it, but you're talking about the one right next to
It's
37B?
Yes,
38B?
Yes, 38B. They would have to put some sort of a wall between it, so the 37B resident is not affected by having a parking lot next to their house.
I don't know, does the, who would be responsible for signage to encourage no parking on one side of the street?
This is Gary Lemon, manager. That's private property, so the association would have to put up the signage, not the city.
Okay. So
Did you hear
would
me?
everybody, So everybody would have to join the association first, or the association would have the right to
No, the signage
post
can go up anytime.
Okay,
No, the signage would go up. We can put signage up now, starting out in the old development. As the new development goes along, we could pick the same side of the street, probably at the side of the street where there's no fire hydrant, and make that one parking. We did that at Lakeview. We did that at Creekside. So that's an issue for the association, whether they join or not join, which we're hoping they will join.
okay. Now, would that satisfy the fire department?
I think it's a good start. I do like the parking lot idea. I know that doesn't put houses as densely in there, but at the end of the day, I have to be able to get down the street one way or the other. So I'll put it back on the board to consider
So
that.
parking, so if they limited parking to one side of the street, the side that does not have fire hydrants, that would be enough room for you to get down the street?
You know, in a perfect world, if they only parked on one side, I would be happy with that. But you know, the denser the houses, the more parking there is. It just goes.
Oh, I
hand in hand.
understand.
And we can't regulate that at this point.
Yeah, but I mean, each unit, unless they have some party going on, each unit has the ability to have 4 cars on the lot itself.
Right. Correct.
I'm looking at the lot that they're willing to give up for parking or sell for parking. And it might be convenient to the first several homes, but I don't know how convenient it would be for the ones all the way back at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that's quite a ways to walk back.
Yeah.
This is Gene Stevens with the association. One other point, just so you know, he'll sell that lot to us, but it's $40,000. We don't
Right.
have those funds, so that's not going to be an option for us.
Then it sounds like the solution is the signage.
Yep, that's what I would recommend.
Whoever new people that are going to move in there are going to follow the rules. It seems like you need to make sure everyone that's there now is going to follow the same rules.
Correct.
Well, and I think that's where we already have parking issues on other streets. We're not talking about that right now. I get that, but we're having this issue everywhere in that area. So we just have to. I got to be able to get to people. So
Right.
whatever we need to do that.
Yeah, that's not an unreasonable solution.
So we can, so you'll be able to put signage up then? Would that be throughout the entire development or just where the new properties are?
Who are you talking to, me? Yeah,
Whoever's-
we could put we would have to put the signage up unless you guys are going to give us the signs, which we'll be glad to take.
I just want a confirmation that the signs will go up throughout the development.
We have to vote on it as a board, but we would want the signs to be the same for our development and the new development, yes.
Dean, is that in Creekside?
No,
Is Creekside part of that?
no.
That's
No, I am,
Overlook,
but they're not.
okay, because that's one of the ones we're having a real problem on.
But
You and I can
Creekside
find
is
out
not
later.
part of what we're talking about tonight.
Okay,
No,
and that's where we go all over. I mean, you know, different areas, we're having problems everywhere, which is not what we're talking about tonight. I get that.
Right.
I just want to limit moving forward.
Right. Okay.
Can I ask a question of Gene?
Yes.
Hi, Gene. This is David. I was just wondering if you were able to contact the attorney for the association to discuss us joining.
Gary was going to do that. I don't know if he's got an answer back
okay.
from him yet.
Yeah, I've contacted them. They're drafting. They're looking in there and drafting thing based on our bylaws and state laws right now.
Okay. Any idea on the time frame at all when they said that they might have something
I'll
for us
give
to
them a
look
call
at?
tomorrow and see what I can find out where they're at. It
Great.
usually takes them with the coronavirus and stuff a couple of weeks to get anything done.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
sounds good. As long as, you know, we all know that they're working on it.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. Thank you.
Right.
Wait, we are willing to join the association. Gene did talk about some reserve funds that new units would have to absorb. We were waiting for those numbers. We did not get that yet, as of yet. It's been a couple of weeks, and I'm not sure if that's enough time or not. But I don't think that should preclude any kind of a variance for us to be able to continue with our construction.
Okay.
I'll get those to you tomorrow. That was my fault. I've been busy doing some stuff, but I'll get that
Thank
to
you.
tomorrow. Johnson.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any other questions from the board members?
No.
No.
So everything that you're going to be putting in is going to be similar or like what's already there?
Or better.
Or better.
Similar or
Okay.
better. It will definitely, the one concern that the homeowners had is that we were going to put in duplexes in there. And that is just, that's not the case. And we were able to make that clear, and everyone can see exactly what our plans are based on our site plan. They're going to be separate single family homes, and they will be comparable to what's there now, because we want to add to the property values or make better property values.
Okay. And Jendi, is there any emails on this one, or?
No, I haven't received any emails. I've had some conversation from people, but it was all just questions about, could the fire chief speak, or a police officer or something regarding the traffic issue. That seems to be now that's a huge issue for the residents and for.
Okay. So we will be getting the signage throughout that development. That should hopefully alleviate the issues with being able to get emergency vehicles in and out of the property.
I appreciate that.
Okay. And then of course they're still ironing out the association, but I think we can move forward with the knowledge that that is going to be accomplished. Is that correct, gentlemen?
That is correct.
Yes.
That's correct.
Thank you. All right, then I will entertain a motion. This is just for the conditional permit.
I make a motion that well, I guess it'd be approved for a conditional permit, but this one already expired. It was already approved, correct?
Yes,
It's
it
just
is. It's a reapproval. Yeah, we're approving a conditional permit that had expired.
Okay, so I make a motion that we approve the conditional permit that had expired.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, you have your conditional permit. The next one, same, this is for a variance. Delta Builders, Omni Brimfield, Overlook Condominiums at Pleasant Lake. So the variance request is for a front setback from 50 feet per the resolution to 36 feet, which would be a variance of 14 feet. I believe those are the new, because of the new book. I think originally they had allowed that setback, but so do we have any questions or comments regarding the front line setback?
Just so everybody's aware, the original setback in the existing houses out there are at 36 feet. So it's not anything different than what's out there. The variance is required due to the change in zoning since the original development was approved.
Right. Okay, anything from the zoning department?
No, I mean, you know, this was changed some time ago. It's nothing new. It's been on the books for a while with our PRDs. Closest we have gotten since I've been here has been with Cranberry Creek.
All right, then, do we have any other questions from any of the board members regarding the setback request?
So by granting this, we're just making it harmonious with what's out there now.
Exactly.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Again, Jendi, any comments on this, on the conditional, I mean, on the zoning variance?
No, not on this one. The next one, I'm still having some comments on it, but
Okay.
no.
Alrighty, then we'll entertain a motion on the variance.
I'll make a motion to approve the setback to 36 feet for a variance of 14 feet.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All righty, the setback has been approved. So the next one, again, a variance, Delta Builders, Omni Brimfield, Overlook Condominiums at Pleasant Lake. Requesting a variance for building separation from 35 feet per resolution section 400.1 B 56-L5 to 15 feet separation. Variance of 20 feet is being requested. Again, that aside from a couple of lots, that's pretty much the same separation you have now on these lots.
Actually, the minimum separation in the original was only 10 foot. We're
Okay.
going to 15 foot with this proposal.
Right, okay. Well, I was just kind of looking at the map. I mean, other than in a couple locations, I mean, there are a couple where it's separated a little bit more. I think that was more just because of the road and so forth, but so yeah, so you're going from the 10 to 15.
Correct.
35 to 15.
Well, I meant from what they have existing now. So,
Right.
okay.
We did send some, if I may, this is Constantine. We did send some pictures. What is there now, representing there's one with 10 foot, just for reference points, one with 10 foot separations and one with 15 foot separations, so that the board can see it.
Yep. They're on the website.
Yes,
We saw
I'm
it.
looking at it now.
Yep.
Again,
in addition to that, I believe.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I said, in addition to that, I believe Jendi posted I went back and I searched. I found the plan from 2006 that we originally got approved for this development. And it shows the layout that was approved in the 10-foot separations that were approved originally.
Right. Okay, yeah, I do see that. Okay, do we have any questions from any of the board members? And Jendi, you said you have some comments on this one?
Yeah, I am still getting quite a bit of pushback from the residents. And I do realize, and they realize that that's what's there now, but they never liked it. They never liked it to be that close to begin with. So
Well, they shouldn't have bought there.
yeah. You know, and so it's really close. So, but that's their objections. That's a big part of their objections, but they had a lot of objections. So they've come down now to the separation pretty much in the parking, so.
So the number of units is going to be the same as originally proposed?
Exactly the same, 57 total units.
Okay. All right, then. If we have no other comments, I'll entertain a motion regarding this variance.
I'm going to make a motion that we approve the variance.
I'll second it.
Okay, so that would be a variance of 20 feet to leave a 15-foot building separation.
Correct.
All righty, we have a motion and a second. We'll do a roll call, please.
Scott,
Aye.
Vince,
Aye.
Sean,
Aye.
Clayton,
Aye.
Bruce,
Aye.
Vince,
Aye. I thought I already said aye.
might have, I,
Okay.
You missed me, Dundee. Aye.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sean.
Okay, just to get it on the record, thank you. All right,
Aye, okay.
so you have your conditional permit and both of your variances.
Thank you, board. Very,
Thank
very
you,
much
thank you,
appreciated.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thank
you.
you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, our next application is a zoning conditional use. This is by the township. Conditional use request. Applicant requesting a conditional use to create a soccer field on property for public and private use. This is per zoning resolution section 308.01, Town Center District. Uses not covered come before the Board of Zoning Appeals for ruling. Do we have a representative of the township wishing to tell us what's going on with our soccer field?
Sure. Nicholas Koya, Brimfield Township trustee, representing the board of Brimfield Township, 3965 Willow Way, Kent, Ohio, 44240. So the Brimfield Township purchased a parcel of land about 2 years ago for the potential use for a fire station build. Subsequently, we've switched direction with what that's going to look like for the community. And so we wanted to repurpose that land and turn that into 2 soccer fields for the use by the community, so to expand our park area. I believe you should have a rendering of what that would look like. The rendering is just a proposal of what the future of that area would look like. What we're looking for today, though, is just the use of that land for 2 soccer fields to begin with. The rest of the rendering is future growth that we would like to see with that parcel of land potentially. As you can see on there, future growth includes the potential for a walking track around the fields, a pavilion, and a small playground area. This does butt up to the baseball fields that already exist behind the elementary school there in Brimfield Township.
This will be completely maintained by the township?
Yes, this will be maintained by the township. We currently maintain it now. We're mowing that. Our plan is to, we're looking for approval tonight so that the youth can play fall ball this year, and then we'll have that regraded at the end of fall ball and reseeded and then bring it up to a higher level of what we want to see in the future. And then we're going to continue pursuing donations and expansions of additional pieces in that park. But today we're just looking for the use of soccer fields.
Nick, this is just for a U12 field? 2 U12 fields?
Yeah, so we're going to set them as U12. It'll be U12 and under. We are actually working with the Brimfield, or the Field Youth Soccer League here in Brimfield, and they actually are short on fields this year, so this actually worked out really well for them. So we're going to work closely with them for rentals. But other community members can rent that also. It'll also be open to anybody in the township, but it's within walking distance of that Chapman Sterling Green area also for use.
If we vote this down, are we all out of a job?
Well, then, yeah. Yes, I say no. Oh.
Yeah. Please don't vote it down.
Yeah. No, this is a really exciting project for us. We just really wanted to, we've been working hard to expand park area and just area for gathering. And we think this is a really great opportunity because we actually get to create this from scratch. So we'll have 2 soccer fields, and the idea is to add the pavilion down the road in the center to allow parents a place to gather, teams to gather between games, and obviously some playground equipment so that, you know, the families that have kids that aren't playing have somewhere to go and be entertained. And like I said, it's nice because it butts up to the baseball. Yeah, no, not this year, just soccer fields this year. That's what we got in the donations for so far. And then we're going to start working on the next process.
Cool.
Do we have any other comments from, questions or comments from the board?
Has there been any answer about parking if there's baseball and soccer going on at the same time?
So currently our plan is parking on that dead end street. They call it Sack Street. There'll be street parking there. In addition, in the future, we would like to look at some additional parking, but there's some logistics that we need to work through with that, which would involve curb cuts, and that's part of the donations we're looking for to eventually potentially add a parking lot on that one side where the road dead ends, but that won't happen this year. That will definitely be a futuristic plan.
So if I may, this is similar in use to 309.017, which would be public and private playgrounds and parks and recreational facilities. I know that we're going under uses not covered because it specifically doesn't say soccer, but it's similar in use for those conditional uses. As far as Chapter 6 is going with the parking, there's a provision for shared parking facilities, and once hopefully you guys approve the soccer fields here, we'd be entertaining the shared facility with either the township there or possibly the schools or something else. But we would satisfy that internally then if this gets approved.
Chief Mullally, is there any issue with getting in and out with limited parking at this point?
No, we're satisfied with what we can do, especially having that dead end side street that people could park on. We could fit multiple cars down there, and like Mike said, we're gonna look to maybe partnership with the school to park in that area. So as for now, I just want to get the fields going. We had an idea of doing it for the fall, or I mean the spring, and circumstances came up that I want to give it to them by August 1st now. So other than that, no, I'm very excited about it.
Righty, thank you. And
Nick,
Jendi, oh, go ahead.
Nope. I was going to say, Nick, will the goals be permanent, or are those going to be removed every year?
So we were discussing that today after the trustee meeting. I believe that they're probably going to be permanent there. At least potentially we have one set of goals that we currently own that were used at another facility. They're very large and heavy. So I think once they're in, they're going to be permanent there. And then we received a generous donation from Meyer to purchase another set of professional goals. Once again, they're probably going to be pretty large and heavy. So I think they will be stored there on that property permanently.
Very good.
Then any comments, Jendi, from any viewers?
Nope, I've had.
Any additional questions or comments? All right, then we'll entertain a motion on the soccer fields being similar to what's being allowed there now.
I'll make a motion. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
I guess that was a motion to approve, Ed?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I
We have a motion and a second to approve the use of the soccer fields.
It's a good use.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any
I just did my
opposed?
job.
Okay. Any abstentions? All righty, you have soccer fields.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Everyone have a good evening.
You
Thank
too.
you, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, the next application we have is for conditional use. JRS Development LLC, Highway View Drive, Kent, Ohio. The applicant requests a conditional use for mini self-storage units per resolution section 309.2 B12 Town Center District. Uses not covered, come before the Board of Zoning Appeals for ruling. And section 400.10, review criteria for conditional use, B52 mini storage facilities. Okay, do we have a representative from JRS Development?
Yes, I'm Joe Scasio.
All right, if you would please let us know what it is. I mean, I understand it's mini storage, but what your concept is and what you want to do here.
Well, I don't know. I just want to have a question for Mike. Mike, do you want me to talk or do you want to talk? It doesn't matter. I just curious.
Why don't you start and then I'll come in with the details.
Okay. Basically, I have Talmadge mini storage in Talmadge, and I'm full, and I got the land out there on Highway View. Thought it would be a good spot. The land is very industrial. It has an industrial feel when you go down Highway View. You got, pipe and kind of warehousing around it. I believe the zoning is commercial now, isn't it, Mike?
GC, general commercial.
Yeah, general commercial. And I'm familiar with mini storages. My dad built the first one in, I think, 1984 in Talmadge, and my wife and I bought that about 6 years ago, and we run that, and just basically wanted to do another mini storage there. Kind of familiar with how it works, and and that, but try to answer any questions you guys might have.
Yeah, I'm happy to walk you guys through the site plan real quick. I know you're looking at it, but this is proposed to be a 3-building complex at this point, a total of 95 units, around 19,400 square feet. There will be a single access onto Highway View Drive right down by the cul-de-sac, if you can see on the plan. Single access point coming in with a gate, card reader type of technology on that. Circulating driveway aisles. We're showing parking lot or parking stalls that are required by code. Your code requires 10 parking stalls. We are showing 18, so we're compliant there. We are maintaining all of the setbacks required, and we are enlarging the stormwater basin that would be at the northeast corner of that site now. So we're enlarging that to accommodate this project as well as some future projects that are on the remainder of this property. So I'm happy to answer any other technical questions you have.
Is there any outside storage, boat or RV storage?
No. It would all be fenced in or enclosed by the buildings.
But nothing will be stored outside of the buildings.
No.
Okay. Mr. Zoning Inspector, do you have anything regarding this application?
Yeah, so this area is zoned a little bit differently. As you drive down Highway View behind Walmart, and you drive down there, you're going to see abandoned semis and tractor trailers, and there's a whole entire pipe yard as you drive down the road. I don't know how those got in, and if the zoning maybe was different at that point, but this was a good fit. It's at the end of the cul-de-sac. I think it's a very good spot for the use.
And we've been over all of the conditional uses for the area.
Yes.
So their plans will be meeting everything then.
Not only that, we have regional planning, the zoning commission looking at this street in particular, and rezoning it to match what's actually there. So there's going to be several districts throughout the township going to be changed within the next year. We're doing that comprehensive land use plan, and just trying to identify areas that look like they're zoning. So right now, I think it's a very good fit. Joe, you were even talking about some auto place too, actually additional.
At one point we were, but I just thought maybe I'd try to keep it simple, and at one point I did. I mean, we tried so many things there. So it's kind of hard to get a lot of, you know, commercial type people interested, you know, going down that road. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't have a feel for, you know, anything like that. But right now I'm just really thinking of the storage, you know, and
Sure. Well, I think it's a good fit for the area. I mean, you drive down there and it definitely doesn't fit the general commercial type district. So,
you know, we've talked to a lot of people, but nobody's it's more industrial. I mean, that's kind
It's
of
funny that you guys are talking about this. Well, I'm the, my mom and I are the other landowner. We own Jeroma Commons, are trying to open a vet clinic on this. It's pretty funny. Hi, nice to meet you. We own glazing systems and all the gray warehouses.
No one's ever spoken to us.
well, yeah, but you're fortunately you are up on the top of the street, so
Yeah.
you don't have to go past the semis down at the end of the street.
Oh,
So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, no, it was nice to meet you
your
guys.
area,
Okay.
your area is going to be fronting on 18, which there's a lot of plans for 18, not only going to Talmadge, but right in front of your building. There's developers looking at some aspects there that will stay the same zoning, but going down that street is gonna change.
And then, David, if you could please state your name and your association with this particular application. David?
You lost him.
I'm sorry, I'm okay. I just cut my, I'm David Eade, 330 Talmadge Road, and we're with the Tri-City Animal Hospital. Brian Reeder's representing me, the architect.
Oh, okay, so you're a later application.
Yeah. It was just nice to meet somebody that is going to be on my street.
All righty, thank you. Okay, then do we have any comments from the audience, Jendi?
Sorry, no, no comments.
So the structures are going to be just similar like garage type structures like we see normal storage facility?
yeah. I mean,
Didn't see any pictures but so it'll be pretty much like what you have now in Talmadge?
well, similar. I mean, similar, but a similar structure, but not exactly. But it'll be a nice. I want a nice looking place. I don't want it to look like a junkyard, and you know, nice colors and some nice, you know, materials, you know, landscaping and such. But I think that, you know, people kind of like to see something more than just plain Jane, you know, basic, you know, nice fencing, you know, nice, like I said, a nice color scheme, you know,
Right.
you know, just something that's, I mean, as attractive as a mini storage can be, I guess.
Okay, and then lighting, all the lighting will be maintained on your property or?
Oh, yeah, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. LED lighting, I mean, you know, we want to light it up and,
Well, I understand the need for the security lighting, just that it's not
Absolutely.
flooding out onto the streets or into the neighboring
no,
area.
our existing storage, we put all LEDs on there, and it's nice. It's nice and lit up. I mean, we'll have security cameras, and we can monitor it, 24/7. And with that, you need some lights to so you can see activity and stuff. But we won't be a 24-hour facility where you can come in at all hours. We don't do that at our place, and it suits us well.
Okay, so what are your hours of operation going to be?
8 to 8, Monday through Friday, and 10 to 6, Saturday, Sundays, and holidays. And actually, we open the gate earlier than that. We say 8, but it's usually around 6:30. It was 6, but we post hours of 8 to 8, and like I said, 10 to 6 on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays.
Is there somebody on site during the open hours, or is it just any?
Not 100% of the time. I'm there every day, multiple times a day. But I'm not there. You know, all the time. No.
So applications would be by appointment, or?
Yeah, and we do. You know, we basically email. We email right now. That's what we've been doing, emailing, and we take payments over the phone, credit card. We've got a new program now that we don't even. Actually, my wife is here. What's the newest one you just got? The new program. What's that?
It's not for the minister. Just
Well,
make it easily to take MasterCard and Visa on the phone, and I send documents to the e-signature, so there's no.
I know, but what's that new payment? I know, but
It's a Buildium. It's for a direct customer payment link.
I see. She doesn't like cameras, so she's hiding there. But,
Okay.
so in any case, yeah, but we're doing a lot of that. I mean, I still go there and you know, make sure everything's okay, sweep out the units, make sure everything's under control.
No storage of hazardous waste, or?
No, it's right in the contract. We can't. No dead bodies. No. You know, I guess we joke about that. I always tell that to people. Don't. But you know, they certainly really shouldn't say stuff like that, because occasionally things have. There has been incidents.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Yeah. But no, there's no flammables or explosives or a long list of things. Anything illegal. It's you know, kind of. You have to put that in there. I mean, most people though are pretty good tenants. Actually, they're not. We rarely have any problem with that.
Right? Are they climate controlled, or are they just?
No, these are not. These are not. The ones we
Okay.
have are not. And it's not to say that we couldn't at some point, but we just haven't. We haven't done that, and we just haven't done that.
I know, I understand. It's not as necessary around this part of the country either, but
Yeah.
I was just curious about it.
Sure.
All right. Do we have any other questions from any of the board members or comments? Okay. Seeing no other questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion that we approve the storage units. It'll be an improvement in that area for sure, so.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the mini storage units. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All righty, you have your conditional permit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, our next application is for a variance, Jason Laney, 333 Eckwood Drive, Kent, Ohio. Applicant requests rear setback variance of 7.5 feet for a garage, zoning resolution section 305.03 area, yard and height requirements, R3 district. Minimum rear yard depth of 25 feet. Do we have a representative here?
Yes, this is Jason Laney. Yes.
Alrighty. Tell us the purpose of the garage and why it has to be the property line.
Well, I'm putting in my backyard, and I'm on a corner lot. And in the letter that I received, it said 7.5 feet. It's actually 17.5 feet. It's almost 18 feet. And just with the width of the garage, it is going to put it there because it's in the backyard.
So it's going to be, you want a variance of 17 feet, or it's going to be 17 feet from the property line?
Yes, 17 and a half feet from the property line. I believe
so yes.
Michael told me it was supposed to be 25.
Okay, yeah, so that would be the variance of 7.5 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I understand how they word it now. I'm sorry. New to this.
So
But it's just for private use. There's nothing going on other than that.
Electricity out to the building?
Maybe in the future. For now, this is my budget that I'm working in. But for now, I'm sorry.
I said, are you going to access it? What is it? I'm assuming you're going to store cars in there. Or?
Yeah, just yes. The house currently has a one-car garage that I don't have room in to put a vehicle in currently. So just to get vehicles out of the weather during the winter, primarily the wife's.
Is there, I'm assuming, you said there's not going to be electricity there, but are you going to have any kind of exterior lighting on it right away?
Not right away, no.
Okay. And it's going to match the house, the existing house, I'm assuming?
Well, the existing house, yeah, color-wise, yes. The existing house is a brick facade, and it'll be, I'm going to have it sided in the same color. I talked to my builder about matching the roof grades and things like that. So it looks similar. So that's my intent.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Want to make it look like it's been there.
That's where I was going.
Yep.
Now, is that attached to the house, or I just see that, or is that just a porch in the back of the house?
It will be attached. Yes, that's part of my site plan. Is the sun porch on the back will be extended about 10 feet to facilitate access to the well. So I have enough room should the well need accessed. The well is, I think that's on my site plan as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, from my understanding, I need 10 feet to the nearest new structure is my understanding. And it'll actually be a little more than 10 feet, but.
Will there be a drive coming to the garage, or?
Yes, off the cul-de-sac.
Okay. So on that wider strip of property where you have the 60 feet, you'll bring the drive around?
Yes, there's a cul-de-sac. So it'll, my intent is to mirror the drive across the cul-de-sac from where this garage will be.
This is actually like the side yard as opposed to the backyard?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could say yeah, it's a corner lot. So, the drive, the side yard is the backyard.
Okay, but your address is Eckwood, so it would be the backyard.
Correct. Yeah, and the drive access would be off Lorraine.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so in the future, if you run electricity out, you put lights on the building, none of those will leave your property?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, the lot behind us is vacant.
Okay. And so are you on sewer there?
Currently, I'm on sewer. I just passed my clear water inspection yesterday or Monday, and I'm looking to get that started here pretty soon as well. So we have to do the sewer tie-ins here.
Right. Okay. So will there be downspouts or anything from the garage, or are you just going to let it go to the ground?
There will be downspouts, and I'm going to do those the same as my house. They're all going to run out to the ditch. So
okay,
I don't need any water issues.
Right. Okay. that was where I was headed.
Right on. No, I'm familiar. I grew up in Brimfield, Northeast Ohio. I know all about water.
Right. All right. Do we have any other questions from any of the board members? And any comments from the zoning department?
No, other than zoning commission at this last meeting, they're considering changing the setbacks on accessory structures, sheds, garages, and pools from going from what is now 5 foot from the property lines, and that is headed advice and recommendation, approval, and going back to trustees. So they already started to move that. So, you know.
And Jandy, any comments?
No, none at all. In case you didn't hear what he said, because he broke up with me there, thinking about changing it from the requirement 5 or 10 feet. Yeah.
So making it less then?
Yes, yeah, we're going to be less than, but for right now, he needs a variance.
Correct. Okay, do we have any other questions then or comments? All right, we'll entertain a motion then.
I make a motion that we accept the rear setback variance of 7.5 feet for the garage.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All righty, you have your variance.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great day.
All righty. Have a good evening. Okay, our next application is for a conditional use application, Biltmore Healthcare. Conditional, this is at State Route 43, Kent, Ohio. Applicant requests a second extension on original conditional use permit for a nursing home to be constructed on State Route 43 and Malloy Road in Kent, Ohio. Original conditional use was granted December 28th, 2018. An extension was granted by the BZA on October 16th, 2019 for 6 months, expiring on July 23rd, 2020. Do we have the representative of the application?
Yes, sir. Dave Mitchell here.
Ready? How much longer of an extension are we looking for?
We're looking for another 6 months, and I'll just give you a little background here. By the way, my address is 30050 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 100, Pepper Pike, 44124. So since the original granting of the conditional use and the several variances back in December of 18 or I guess 19, although we haven't started construction, we've been very busy. So we actually purchased the property, and it's now titled to LTC Brimfield LLC. We acquired that in December of 2019. We signed bed purchase agreements for all of the beds to be relocated to this site. We filed a application for a certificate of need with the Ohio Department of Health, and that's required for us to license the nursing home beds at this location. That application is still pending, but it is part of a batched series of applications that will all be ruled on in September of this year. And because of a law change, there will be no appeal right. So assuming that the application is granted, we'll be in a position to be off and running and have our approval to relocate the beds to this site. Through Mike Wolwin's help and direction, we've obtained ODOT permits for the 2 driveways off of Route 43. And Mike and I have met with both the City of Kent and Portage County to have the property served by the Portage County Sewer District instead of Kent, and then to have the property served by the Kent Water District instead of Portage County, by virtue of where those utilities are located. And so we were going along smoothly and swimmingly, and then COVID hit and basically shut down all operations in terms of construction drawings and financing for the past 3 or 4 months or so. So we don't think we're going to get a shovel in the ground before next week. So that's the reason for the requested extension. We do think we will have shovels in the ground before the end of this year, and also our financing in place. So we are hoping that another 6-month extension to the end of this year will be sufficient.
All righty. Do we have any other questions or comments from the board?
No, sir.
Any comments from zoning, Jenny?
No.
Oh, there's Michael. Anything from the zoning department?
No, I mean, it's
Okay.
a project, so.
Great. All righty. So then there being no more questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to grant a second extension for 6 months.
I make the motion that we grant the second extension for another 6 months.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty, you have your extension.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Good night.
Okay, and we have reached our last application for conditional use. Brian Reeder, Reeder Architects at 330 Talmadge Road. Applicant requests conditional use for animal hospital, veterinary office, and clinic per zoning resolution 309.02 B22. Uses not covered come before the Board of Zoning Appeal for ruling. Okay, do we have the representative from the animal clinic?
Good afternoon. This is Brian Reeder. I'm going to let David Jones, who's my project architect, he's going to present this.
All righty.
Hi, everyone. David Jones. Our office is at 959 West Market Street in Akron. Our association with the project is we are the architecture firm doing the plans for this project. Like what was stated, we're submitting for a conditional zoning certificate because the intended use is not listed as a conditional use in Chapter 3. I sent you guys all a site plan, preliminary floor plan, and elevations that you should have. I'll just kind of recap in general. You guys can stop me if you need to. There's lots of existing buildings on the site. I shaded those all so you could see, and I outlined the building that the new tenant will be occupying. They're all owned by the same family, and the new occupant is the wife/daughter-in-law of the owners of the property and of the other buildings. So it'll be maintained in the family. Currently the building is vacant. Utilities are existing. There's no new connections that are foreseen to be required. There's an existing dumpster in the southeast corner of the site that the tenant would like to utilize rather than provide their own. The asphalt parking is existing. New striping will be provided as needed. New parking blocks are going to be installed to protect the building. A new ADA parking space and a sign will be installed near the proposed entrance of the building. The proposed main entrance will face Highway View Drive. A new opaque fence, 8 foot high, is proposed per Chapter 4 of the zoning code so that the employees can walk the animals. We accounted for 10 parking spaces based on what we determined was the closest listing for parking spaces in Chapter 6, which would be medical. There's 1 doctor and 4 employees. All items in Chapter 4 requirements for animal hospitals, veterinary offices, and clinics will be followed as part of this project. The alterations for the building are primarily interior. Programming consists of a lobby, exam rooms, pharmacy, surgery, x-ray, and staff office and break area. Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing will be either added or modified to serve this new tenant. Changes to the exterior of the building will be new signage, and then the removal of some of the overhead doors and installation of storefront window systems and doors. Some of the existing doors will remain on the south side of the building, and one will be added on the north side of the building for the access to the animal walk area. Plans will be submitted to Portage County Building Department, as well as Brimfield Township Fire Department and any other authorities with jurisdiction in the matter. That's about all I have. I'll take any questions gladly that you guys have.
I'm looking at the overhead. I don't see the shaded area that you're referring to, but which of the buildings is it?
It's in the northwest corner. Are you looking at the ST1 site plan that we gave out?
No, all we have is the GIS map.
Oh, you guys don't have the plans?
No.
Okay, I dropped off 9 sets of plans for you guys. Site plan, floor plan, and elevations. I'm not sure why you don't have them.
Didn't scan well. Jendi, do we know?
I've never seen them, so I didn't get them. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't drop them off, but he didn't drop them off to me. Brian, when did you drop those off?
This is Dave. I dropped them off to you on June 29th, which was the deadline day. I actually dropped them off across the street because when you and I talked, you said the address was one, you remember? And then a lady said she was going to take them across the street to you.
Okay.
I mean, you got the check in the application, so they're all together.
Thank you.
Yep.
We could take a look at those. Possibly sometimes when those plans go in, they go for fire plan review. So they start the process that way, and there's some, we'll fix that. But
okay.
But mainly here for the use itself.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Is there going to be? Go ahead, Bruce. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so the use would be pending review of all the drawings, so forth, the plans.
I mean, the use won't cover his zoning certificate. I will.
Okay.
Once the use gets approved, then I would go through it in detail and make sure that there's no variances and that it meets all zoning. For the zoning certificate, it's a separate fee, and that's based off of square footage of the building.
Okay, so this is just for the conditional use, and
That's
if anything comes up, it'll be back here to the board.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All righty. Do we have any questions from any of the board members? Or any comments from Jendi?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. All righty. If we have no more questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion regarding the conditional permit for an animal clinic.
I will make a motion that we accept it or we approve the conditional permit.
I'll second.
Okay, we do have a motion and a second to approve the conditional permit. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All righty, you have your conditional permit. I'll let the zoning inspector handle it from here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Very excited. Thank you guys.
All righty. Okay, I think that's all the applications on the permit. Do we have anything for good of the order? Nothing?
Nothing. Other than,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's some businesses coming in. We've got one that I could actually talk about now. Is Skipper Group in front of the school is trying to propose a sheet right on that corner. It's town center, so it's not in the uses. Their attorney wants to come in under uses not covered. So that's going to be on for you guys at some point, if you want to keep that in mind. We do have the car wash going in. The apartment's already started construction. I don't know if anybody's seen. And then we do have something coming up with Hickory Oaks. We don't know what that is yet because they dropped off plans. We don't know what they were for. And then the county was contacting me and I said, well, they could submit to you, but their Board of Zoning appeal that they came in for the PRD development, the time expired. So it's past the year. So that the Sugar Maple Hills phase 2 has expired. So I told them they got to start all over.
Okay.
That they'll be coming to you as well.
Okay.
All righty. Do we have things for next month on the agenda yet, or?
No.
Okay. So we'll wait and see if we're going to have a meeting in August.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Entertain a moment. We need a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by turning off your computer. Oh, by saying aye.
Aye.
All righty. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.
Goodbye.
Bye,
You
guys.
too.
Bye now.
Thank
Thank you.
Ciao.